Hi, what's up? I'm wearing my birthday hat because we have, shockingly, amazingly, yet another birthday gift. Once again addressed to Stephen the Yuri Connoisseur, which makes me believe that it is from Waterflame once again. This one, easily the most exciting of all because it has came all the way from Japan. And I don't want to make too many assumptions yet, but by the size of this box and the weight and that characteristic slight jiggle you hear, yeah, you can hear it. There's maybe only one thing it could be. And like, I kind of want to say like, oh, you shouldn't have, or oh, this is too much, things like that. But honestly, like, no. Honestly, I am so happy that someone would go out of their way and spend their hard-earned money to send me a gift just based on the videos I make on YouTube. That fills me with such joy, a joy comparable to the joy that I have seeing a new Nendroid, playing with Nendroids, etc. Oh, I just realized I should have cleaned off my desk a bit because we're gonna have to switch to desk cam. So I don't know. I'm overwhelmed by gratitude, and by just I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like I really can't deny it. I'd love to be more selfless and say that there's better things to spend your money on, and well, maybe there is, but I don't think there's anything else that could make me this happy. So who am I to deny my own feelings of happiness? All right, what's in here? What's going on? Cardboard. Oh my God, it's Danbo! No, it's not. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yo! No effing way! Oh my God! Oh my God! This is one that like I looked for it all over the place in Japan, and I did not see one. So you can see who it is. Oh baby, we got the snake. We snacking on the snake right now. We got that snake that's like and I just watched Zoku Owari. She's so good at Zoku Owari. Oh man, we got Son Goku. Hell yeah, we got Son Goku. Look at this. Look at that. You can do the Renai circulation pose with the coat trailing behind her and her hands behind her back. Oh baby. All right. Well, we gotta look at it and play with it and stuff right now. Here we can shift down. I haven't done this with this camera yet. Ooh, this could work. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, I have to dust more. Dust accumulates so quickly, which is of course the beauty of the IKEA Detloff case. And I actually have another case that I'm going to be putting some Nendroids in. You might remember that I bought a bunch of Nendroids in Japan, but we haven't really unboxed them and taken a proper look at them yet. And that's because my Deltoff is like crammed full. Like it's looking like the Kowloon walled city in there. With Nendroids, and the idea of seeing so many of them all at once, so close together, is like pretty appealing. Why can't I get? It's just like a tiny piece of tape, but I can't get it off. Seeing them all jammed in there together is like pretty appealing, but I think it would be more fun if I had more space to really kind of have more like diorama type stuff set up. I mean, why is this so hard? Oh, I'm so excited. I can't believe it's Sengoku. So if you don't know the Monogatari series, what's wrong with you, I guess I would say? No, it's definitely not for everyone. There's actually so many things that can just be like a completely reasonable and total and absolute turnoff for people when they're trying to pick up this show. It goes all over the place into some pretty insane territory, while also spending most of the time just having the characters talk to each other with these like completely inane conversations, the actual significance of which is involved in like 5 layers of kind of symbolic philosophy and stuff. So I shouldn't act like it's one of those masterpiece type shows, or franchises in general, where everyone ought to watch it and everyone ought to appreciate it. It's actually better than that. It sure is a masterpiece, but it's a masterpiece for a pretty small subset of people, and I feel lucky that I have the combination of patience and degeneracy and and my just sort of aesthetic tastes line up really nicely with Shaft's. So yeah, it's really like my ideal show. Okay, so this is a little different than your normal Nendoroid stand, and that's because it's gotta go up the back of her coat, which is a pretty clever way of doing it, I think. So how do we want to pose her? I kind of want to do the Renai circulation walk, but let's see what other stuff she comes with before we commit. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, if you don't know the series, this is a girl that's a friend of the main character's little sisters. So she's a middle schooler, just like his little sisters, and she comes to the main character in distress. And really, saying anything more than that would probably spoil things. But like most of the other cast, she becomes involved with the supernatural oddities or aberrations or whatever you want to call them. This is her folded up school swimsuit from a scene in her first arc. This is a knife, or actually I think like a chisel sort of thing. It's not important. Again, I don't really want to spoil too much. The hat comes off, of course. You only get full bang version. Later, she cuts her bangs in what turns out to be a pretty powerfully symbolic gesture that totally changes how she behaves. There's these sitting parts, so you can pose her sitting down with her little carver thing. I feel like they should do another Sengoku of her second series form, if you know what I'm talking about. Probably I can safely assume that most of the people watching this series, or watching this video right now, have watched Monogatari, just generally kind of speaking about my YouTube demographics. So you know what I mean. And just the outcome she has in Zoku Owari, I was so happy with. It gave me like such Toho vibes, you know? I hope that alone isn't spoilers for people. But it really felt like a scene right out of Toho when she was involved. In the best possible way. The art style being, of course, a little better than Zoom's. By the way, did you guys see that Toho 17 was announced today? It's called like Wildest Beast and Weakest Creature or something like that. Okay, so I've got the hands folded behind her back. Now I just gotta like make it. No, my ham-handedness. This part is actually really cool. The hands held together like this, where you're like bridging your fingers behind your back. I feel like that's super cute. And with Nendoroid modularity, you can take just the hand part, like you don't need the whole sleeve. So pretty much anyone who has elbow length sleeves, which is like a whole lot of characters, could make this pose just as easily, which is hella nice. So in the picture, it seems like her... Oh, do I have to use a different arm part? Oh, I see. Okay, so... Right? No, that can't be right, because this is the part that it came with. Okay, now we gotta look at the instruction manual. It always feels a little pathetic to look at the instruction manual for Nendroids. But sometimes there's a few things that are a little counterintuitive, like just the way certain parts are supposed to interact. No, this is definitely the ones we want. You know, yeah, that's all right. I just can't get it to... Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. I guess the idea was, like, if you try to rotate them down, it's not so good, but then if you put them just, like, directly where they ought to be, it works out quite well. Okay, so now we should put the stand on, I would say. And then the head back. Oh, actually, I'm going to swap the face. Put a nice smiling face instead of this kind of... She gets like... I'm not sure what this expression necessarily is. You could use this for a number of things, I think. It's her kind of like dreamy expression, but then also her like most worried expression. And this is like medium worried. But then, of course, this is like the full bliss and satisfaction one, which also has kind of a dreaminess to it. That's just kind of how she is as a character. Oh, I can't believe I got this. This is so cool. This is one that I had like almost just completely given up on seeing because I never encountered it in Japan. But I know, I guess I suppose, like, you know, buying things in person in Japan is super fun, but probably just buying things online in Japan still remains better, just as it does here, for even things that like the West like specializes in or whatever. So yeah, I guess despite the fact that I didn't find it anywhere in Japanese stores, doesn't necessarily mean it was as gone forever as I had worried. Let's seal it off with the cap. So cute. I like that you can't see her face that well. That first the brim covers it, and then even when you tilt back, the bangs are a little in the way. That's like very in character. That's her avoidance right there. You have an avoidant Nendroid, and I'll have to put her somewhere where she's just walking away from everyone else. Walking towards the Araragi-kun Nendroid that, of course, someday I also hope to have. So cute. So cute. What could I even say? What can I say about this cuteness? Put these in here, I guess. It's always a little awkward with Nendroids, like, the parts that you don't use, you end up kind of just like, or like, yeah, the parts from the main body, like the default body that you don't use, you end up kind of just tossing back into the default body hole when you rebox it up. So I'll put the rest away for now. If you guys like watching me play with Nendroids and stuff, I'd like to do like a rehaul of a lot of the poses and stuff I have, and a big resort of all the pieces that I took out during the era where I thought it made sense to just kind of put all of my pieces together in one spot. Whereas now I'm much more of the opinion that it makes more sense to put them back in the box so you know where they are and you know what they go with, rather than have the slight accessibility bonus of whoa. Hey, how did this... Huh? Is this where it was before? That doesn't seem right, because right now it's like balancing in a way that doesn't seem at all reliable. Is that right? I think? Maybe a little lower? Something like this? Yay! Oh my god, I can't believe I have this. So, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much to Waterflame for this wonderful trio of birthday celebrations. I am blown away by your generosity and your continual support of this channel. Thank you by proxy to everyone else, to everyone else who did their part to make my channel the success it is, such that Waterflame could find out about it and become a fan. No, for real. Like it's great to just have this period, and of course I would be overjoyed had I bought it myself. But like what it represents in terms of my channel growing in popularity and the things I'm doing, finding an audience and finding people who like it, it blows me away. It makes me happy on a deep level that very few things can. So yeah, I feel bad, honestly. I had such ambitions when I kind of relaunched the channel, because I had gone, you know, the months between July or whenever July and January, like really eager and excited to get back to making videos, and with all of these big plans for the sort of content I would make. And since then, it hasn't really measured up to my dreams of what it could be. You know, like in terms of the manga videos, which are the bread and butter of this channel. So I'm just going to keep holding her up because she's so cute. I haven't been able to be caught up on like even half the series I'm trying to read, which is sad. Bigger, more ambitious videos that I had tried to make have mostly fallen by the wayside right now. Like, where is the final part of my top anime of last year video? It looks like I got over ambitious, and now who knows where it is. And that's just the stuff that I've been trying. Like, there's so many things that I have plans for that I haven't even got to try yet. So, like I'm really happy that people are still watching and people are still commenting, and I feel disappointed with myself that I haven't been able to have the time and the energy to give back as much as I feel like you've been giving to me. But you know, things can change. I really hope in the coming months I will be able to start putting out more content. I'm quite confident in that, actually. You'll hear more about it later. But a new age is coming, an age of such overwhelming content dump that you'll look back with nostalgia on the era where you only had a couple videos to choose from on a given week. You'll see. I don't want to overhype it too much, you know. Like I don't want to make promises I don't think I can keep. But my circumstances are changing soon, and one of the things I'm looking forward to most about that change of circumstances is just how much more time and energy I'll have to make YouTube videos and to do other things like that I enjoy. So that's about all I have to say, I guess. I never in my life thought that I would receive an Android in the mail from a fan. Androids in my mind are like almost like the ultimate, you know, in terms of things I collect. They're the biggest indulgence. They're the biggest kind of feeling of like, I don't know, you know, like when I was in Japan and stuff, of course I bought things that are more expensive than Android, like these guys. But when I really felt like I wanted to truly treat myself, it would be by buying an Android, by giving in, by saying, you know what, nope, it's time, I'm getting this one. So for that to just show up in the mail totally unexpectedly is such a beautiful surprise. When I first got it, I was like, oh, was this something I pre-ordered and forgot about? And then I saw, you know, Yuri Connoisseur. I was like, no way, no way. So yeah, all right, that's all for now. Yeah. All right. Bye.